Good morning. Happy Saturday, Facebook world. Today, I wanted to share a story with you about avatars and the elements. So probably a lot of you don't know this about me, but I am a closet paranormal romance writer. I write paranormal romances, and I have lots of them, probably like 30 stories in various stages of progress. And someday I hope that I become a published author. So I'm working towards that as part of my growth process. But I was mentioning to my son the other day, because I saw on TV that the movie The Last Airbender was on TV. And I was like, oh, I want to watch that again because I'm really interested in writing a book series on characters that master the elements. And I just need to be refreshed on, how they handle the elements in that movie. And my son, you would have thought he was going to have heart failure because he hated the movie The Last Airbender. And he's like, no way. And Zach, who also lives with us, is like, no way, that's the worst movie ever. And I'm like, I love that movie. And they're like, no, if you want to understand the elements, you need to watch where that movie came from, which is this series that was on Nickelodeon for kids. And so this is the series. They were so adamant, they went out and got the entire series. There's like 4 of these or 3 of these. And each one has got hours of shows in there. And have me watching this every night so that I can learn what it really means to master the elements and how to, just do all of that. So it's research. But here's the part that I'm getting to. An avatar is divinity embodied in human form. That's what an avatar is. And that made me think this morning that are we not all avatars? Are we not all divinity in human form? And it just kind of started resonating with me. And I started thinking about the fact that we dumb down our greatness every day. Like, we struggle. Good morning, Michelle. We struggle every day to be something in this world instead of realizing we already are something in this world. And the story of the avatar is that he's born with a certain element. He's a master of it. But he has to master all the elements in order to save the world. So he has to go to each of the different nations and he has to learn that element and be taught it by a master so that he can become a master of it himself. And this made me start thinking about the journey that I'm on, because every single one of us is born a master at something. We have a skill, a talent, something that is what we do best. And I think about the people in my life, and I'm thinking like my son Travis, for example. He is a networker. My God, that kid is a networker. He talks to people, connects with people, has no fear of talking to a stranger. Like, he gets networking like I've never been able to get it. And I want that skill. Like, I really want it. And so that's not my master skill, right? My master skill is really more organization and logistics and administration and those kinds of things. But I have the ability to sit at the feet of masters and learn how to master a new skill. And everyone does, right? So if I wanted to learn how to sew, like really sew. There are several women in my life who are masters at sewing. If I wanted to become a cook, my gosh, I know tons of executive chefs who run catering companies all over greater Seattle. And if I really wanted to learn how to be a good cook, I could do that. I mean, it doesn't matter what the skill set is, there is someone out there who is a master of it. And if you want that, if you want to incorporate that into your life, then you need to sit at the feet of the masters and learn what they do, learn from them. And sometimes learning a new skill is the exact opposite of what we have already mastered, and sometimes that gets in our way. Sometimes we have to step away from what we know or think we know, and we have to actually be open and vulnerable and raw and okay making mistakes and okay fumbling our way through, because no one gets to be a master without trial and error and learning. So my message today is this: you are an avatar. You are divinity in human form, and you do have a mastered skill, a mastered talent to share with the world. And you are not doing the world any favors by playing small or dumbing down your gifts or hiding them under a bushel. You need to be bold and expressive and share it with the world. And while you're out there, you will find other people doing the same. And if it's something you want in your life, don't be afraid to say, hey, you're a master at this, and I want to learn. So teach me. I'm willing to learn. Just teach me. And then really be willing to do what they say. Be willing to take action when they ask you to take action. That's the next step of the process. But that's my little thought for today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will chat with you guys all tomorrow.